Finally, if you will permit me, I'd like to make a comment which in my mind is indicative perhaps of the greater significance of football and sports emphasis in general in this country, and that is, I thank God I was warring on the gridirons of the Midwest and not on the battlefields of Europe. I can speak confidently and positively that the players of this country would much rather struggle and fight to win the Heisman Award than a croix de guerre. Thank you.
According to a daily Iowa newspaper article, Nile Kinnick enlisted in the Navy in 1941 and began training in December of 1941. 2 years later, on June 2, 1943, Nile, still in flight school, was on a routine training flight in the Caribbean Sea near the coast of Venezuela when disaster struck. Nile's plane crashed into the water, and his body was never found. In a letter written by Nile's friend and war mate, Bill Reeder, addressed to Nile's parents, Reeder describes the accident. Reeder was flying behind Kinnick during this flight and noticed a bad oil leak in Kinnick's plane. Realizing this, Kinnick was forced to make a landing in the water. Reeder describes Nile during this moment and wrote, "He was calm and efficient throughout and made a perfect wheels-up landing in the water." A rescue crew was sent to search for Kinnick's body, but neither him nor his plane was found. In this letter, Reeder attempts to console Kinnick's parents and ends his letter speaking about how honorable of a person Nile was and how he will be greatly missed. After learning of Kinnick's death, Nile's father commented on his son's heroism. Nile saw there was a job to do and knew he was one of the young and qualified men to do it. Nile's heroism did not go unrecognized, as his legacy still lives on today, whether it be seen on Saturdays in Iowa City or in scholarships given out to students at the university. Kinnick has left his influence on the University of Iowa. Iowa's football stadium is named Kinnick Stadium and has a statue standing in front of it in his honor. There is also a scholarship named after Kinnick that is given to incoming freshmen at the university. The Nile Kinnick Scholarship was established in 1997 and awarded $15,000 in scholarships this year. The scholarship website states that it is given to incoming men who embody the well-roundedness that define Nile Kinnick as a person. It emphasizes the importance of being a good student in the classroom and a fine young man outside of it. Kinnick touches on his own well-roundedness at the end of his Heisman speech, speaking on how college football players across the nation would rather fight to win the Heisman Trophy than the Croix de Guerre. Kinnick does not explicitly promote himself in this speech, but the audience is given a chance to appreciate him as an athlete and honor him as a person, as he turned down a chance at professional football to enlist in the Navy. His patriotism for his country, along with his exceptional performance in the classroom and on the football field, is what has turned him into an idol in the eyes of many Iowans. There is no denying his honor, selflessness, and loyalty, and that is why he is still remembered almost 70 years later.